The European efforts. How does this take us forward?
Well, it does in many ways because Emmanuel Macron, Angela Merkel, these are the two richest countries in Europe, the two most influential leaders, and they've come together with this idea of a 500 billion euro recovery fund. And what really changes the conversation here, Manners, is that you're looking at the European Commission hypothetically tapping markets to raise funding for countries that have been affected by the coronavirus. And by the way, anything that is issued by the European Commission would be AAA bonds that could be entering the market. What really also changes the conversation, takes it to the next stage here, is that you're clearly now talking about fiscal transfers between countries. This is not a loan. This would not have to be paid back the way that credit would. This is more of a grant. And this is what Spain and Italy had been pushing for weeks now. And you could see that reaction in the market where BTPs were really flying yesterday on the news. The one caveat, of course, to keep in mind is that this is a German and French proposal. It will have to be approved by 25 other countries. And we've seen it before, countries like the Netherlands or Austria saying, actually, we don't like it that much. So we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, absolutely. And Maria, look, when I was looking through the details of this, from what I understand, this is a blueprint. And previously, when there were stumbling blocks to coming to a solution that shared responsibility in any way, one of the issues there was the loans versus grants debate. So we've got a blueprint, but how likely is this actually to go through, given the opposition that we've already had on corona bonds, for example, from some of the countries you've already mentioned?
Yes, well, there's two elements to this. Angela Merkel, which she said in that clip that you played, she stressed that this is not anything like a Eurobond because, in fact, it would be handled through the European budget. So this is already a tool that is in place. It's also worth noting that Angela Merkel, who is perhaps mostly aligned with hawkish northern countries, is now willing to throw her political capital, her political weight behind this proposal. So that could give it some momentum there, too. What also changes here is that really this is the European Commission that would be in charge of raising this money, of getting to this funding, and then provide it back to member states. Their contribution would be that as their contribution to the European budget. So there is an element of almost in between here. And you also understand that this is just one pillar of the package. The ESM would still be there. Other measures would still be there. And what they're trying to do, or that is really the idea behind Angela Merkel, is that she's managed to get both, that there is a balance between two. There's some credit with some conditionality, but also the fact that she's acknowledged this crisis is so big that we're going to have to do things that we've never done before, and that would come in the form of those grants. But what is key here is that this is not a new tool. This is done through the EU budget, and it's the Commission that would keep an eye on this money.